If you're a big swim team and you like to order a lot of gear, maybe you ought to check out Swim Outlet Team Division for these reasons. Swim teams receive a 10% discount on bulk orders. Swim teams or organizations get an 8% commission on referred sales. You'll also like their customization services, which is affordable and available at all times during the year for all team gear. With over 50,000 items in stock, you can get most anything you want. Swim Outlet Team Division. You need to try it out. You'll be glad you did.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Friday, January 25th, 2013. I'm your host, Jeff Cummings. Today we're going to bring you part 2 of my interview with Olympian Eric Shanteau. Yesterday he talked about his association with the Live Strong Foundation and his thoughts on Lance Armstrong's confession to using performance-enhancing drugs. In part 2, our conversation shifted back to swimming and Shanteau's future plans. Well, you've been kind of laying low since the Olympics, as you just finished your second Olympic Games out there in London. Unlike a lot of your Olympic teammates, it looked like you've been living a pretty quiet life out there in LA.
Yeah, you know, I have. I didn't take hardly any break after 2008. I took 3 weeks out of the sport and then got right back into training, and that was just because my life was so upside down and inside out. But after this Olympics, I've really taken some time to take a step back from the sport and reevaluate my priorities. And, you know, at this time, I know I'm not going to be racing this year. Nothing's been made official, but I don't want to lock myself into another 4 years. You know, I'm getting a little bit older in the sport. I'm starting to concentrate, you know, more on things outside of swimming that are important to me, like my wife and future family and things like that. So it's a situation where I'm not going to be rushed into any decisions. You know, I feel good about where I'm at right now. I feel great about what I've accomplished in the sport. And if I choose to leave it at that, then I'm going to be happy with it.
Was that a decision that you made right after swimming in London, or was this kind of an evolution over the past few months?
Well, I thought I made it right after London. But then after going back and thinking about it, it really did take the vast majority of the fall to kind of weigh my options, go back and forth, and figure out, you know, when the right time to stop would be. I mean, I think as an elite athlete in any sport, finding the right time to retire is always difficult. And the fact is, you know, I still love to train and I still love to compete, but that doesn't mean I should stay in the sport. You know, I think finding that happy medium of when you're satisfied with what you've done and when you want to feel like you should walk away is the perfect time to actually hang it up.
Have you given yourself a deadline on when to say, okay, I'm going to make it official, I'm back in the pool, or I'm just going to hang it up forever?
No, you know, I haven't given myself any kind of deadline, but like I said, I know I'm not competing this year. So, you know, don't expect to see me at nationals when you haven't seen me at any meets or anything like that. So I know I won't be competing this year, and at this point, I can't even say next year either. So, you know, again, I'm not. Nothing has been made official, but that's my plan for right now, and you know, I don't think anything's going to change.
Well, in light of that, how does it feel to kind of be a normal person, I guess, to not have to go through the daily grind of workouts and planning your competition schedule and all that?
To be honest, it's pretty weird. You know, you look at our daily schedule, and it is difficult, but it's also great. You know, we do get a lot of downtime, but that downtime is needed to recover. And now I don't really have that grueling physical workouts that I do, you know, once, twice, sometimes 3 times a day, depending on weights and dryland. And it's kind of taken a little bit of an adjustment. You know, the first couple months, I really had to make a conscious effort to wake up every morning and be like, okay, it's okay that I'm not doing anything right now. Like, I need this break. I deserve this break. You know, it's okay that I'm bored throughout the day. It's okay to go to lay on the beach for an hour and just relax, and I don't have to worry about actually doing anything. So it was actually kind of interesting because it was a real conscious effort to just kind of be a bum for a while.
Is there anything specific you're doing now to fill your days?
No, not specifically. Honestly, we're starting to get some organization together for my event later on this year in September. You know, we're going to be hosting it again out at Lake Lanier Island, so it's never too early to start planning for that. Registration won't open until the summer, but again, when we've gotten as big as we have, it takes a little bit longer to plan things. So I spend a couple hours each day just making sure things are in order and making sure I'm on the right path to getting that all planned out this year. And then other than that, it's just about it. Like I said, I enjoy being by the beach. I enjoy going on bike rides along the beach and just kind of relaxing.
Well, I think you definitely deserve it. I mean, going through 2 Olympics and just me personally knowing what it takes to do all that, I mean, your mind and your body just needs to take that time.
It does, and that's something when you're an active swimmer, you don't understand and you don't really comprehend. And, it's funny. This is the most refreshed my body has felt in years. I don't think we really realize how much we beat ourselves up in the sport. And as much as we taper, that's probably not the actual rest that your body really needs. So it's been kind of nice to be able to wake up refreshed.
Your wife, Jerry, swam with you at Auburn, so I'm sure she understands exactly what you're going through.
Yeah, she does, and she's been great. She went through her own retirement process after college, and she's been very supportive this whole time, because I know it is hard for her to get up and go to work every day and see me kind of sitting on the couch. But she understands it. She knows the process, and she knows that I'll find more things to keep myself occupied here as time goes by.
Well, as I said, I mean, personally, I hope we don't. We see you on the deck sooner or later. But 2 Olympiads, really great accomplishment. I would imagine that if you look back, 2008 Olympics is going to be probably the one that sticks out for you, not just because you were part of the history with Michael Phelps, but also just having to swim through that meet, knowing that you had that we're dealing with cancer.
Yeah, 2008 will always hold kind of a special place in my heart, I guess is a good term. It was a difficult time and it was a very hard time, but I think it's also a period that shaped me for the rest of my life and that really helped make me the person that I am today. And, how that set me up for the next 4 years of swimming is really something that I'm fortunate I got to do, because I will look back on my career and the last 4 years I had after swimming were definitely some of the best in my career. And that included the records that I got, the medals that I won, and like you said, going to 2 Olympics.
And, a lot of people I've talked to that were on the 2008 and 2012 team said that cohesively 2012 felt more like a team. Would you agree with all that?
I would definitely agree with that. And that's not to have anything against the 2008 team. It's just a matter of how personalities and dynamics evolve. And the 2012 team, I mean, the Call Me Maybe video is a perfect example of that. It was just a situation where you got the right group of people together at the right time, and I think we formed, one of the most cohesive teams that the national team has ever seen. And I'm just very fortunate to be a part of that.
Well, I think it's just really a statement to you that you've been not only a brilliant leader in the pool, but out of the pool, and I think a lot of people in the swimming community are going to be really appreciative of that. Before we go, I wanted to talk about the T-shirt you have on there. Before we started this interview, you were telling me it's a nice little mural that is on the back of the Livestrong headquarters. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so last year, Livestrong let a real famous tattoo artist who also does some graffiti work come in and tag their building. And what it is, this mural is on the backside of the Livestrong headquarters, and it was the tattoo artist's interpretation of life in Austin. And this thing is probably 30 feet by 40 feet big, but if you can see, this is the actual mural. And it says Livestrong right there across the middle. And it's just kind of a different perspective on your general, charity, nonprofit cancer awareness T-shirt. So that's why I really like this T-shirt. It's pretty different and it's pretty unique, and I think it speaks pretty loudly in terms of what the foundation stands for and what they're all about.
Yeah, definitely. It's a bold statement. It's definitely not something you see most nonprofit foundations showing off around in public.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what Livestrong has been all about. They're going to take a different route. They're going to be an innovator in helping people with cancer. That's what their programs and services are all about. So this T-shirt kind of sums all that up in my mind.
Well, I'm glad that you're still involved with that. I think Live Strong is going to be very beneficial from your involvement, and especially with your event coming up this fall. Eric, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. All the best to you, no matter what you decide about your future in the pool. We're always grateful to have had you as a part of the swimming community.
Hey, thanks, guys. It's always good to talk to you.
All right, we'll see you later down the road, we hope.
Take care.
All right, so that's Eric Shanteau joining us on the Morning Swim Show today, and we thank you for joining us as well. As always, keep in touch with us on swimmingworld.com, on Facebook, and on Twitter for all the latest news. I'm Jeff Cummings. Thanks for watching.